When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When the insurance company doesn't pay what you deserve after you've been hurt in an auto accident, the law firm of Greenberg & Betterman is here to help you. Get a free consultation today. Visit gblawyers.com. That's gblawyers.com, and feel better.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, downloading, and subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm 12 Kyle. Check this out. On this podcast, what I want to talk about is being professional. Now, everybody can't be a professional basketball player or professional football player or professional singer for that matter. Nonetheless, we can all be professional. I've often said that one of the most important, in fact, the most important class that I took in college actually was a class that I really didn't want to go to. As many of you know, I am a proud alum of South Carolina State University. It's a historically black college located in Orangeburg, South Carolina. And when I enrolled in the fall of 1991, don't laugh, there was a required course that I had to take. The course was called Professional Development. And I didn't want to take the class. It was a class that was required, I think, for all freshmen. It was very particular for me because I was a business major. I was a marketing major. And here's the catch about the class. The class was only a 1 credit hour class. We only had to go 1 day a week, which was on Mondays, and it was for 1 hour. But the catch was, and I think this was just for, I think it was for everybody in the class. You had to come to class dressed up. For us, that meant you had to come in a shirt and tie. So picture going to class on a 95-degree day in Orangeburg, South Carolina, in a shirt and tie. Right. Nobody wants to do that. But I will say that my initial ideas about the class were really, really wrong and off base. There's so much that I learned in the class. And I tell everybody, it was the most important class that I took at South Carolina State University because the professional development class was just that. It taught me how to be a professional. I wasn't a professional football player. I wasn't a professional basketball player. I wasn't a professional singer, but it taught me how to be a professional. One of the most important things that I learned from the class, and I'll share with you guys on this podcast, some of the things that I learned from the class. It goes without saying, but your appearance matters. Your appearance when you're having a business meeting, your appearance when you're going for an interview, it matters. Make no mistake about it. I used to always hear the saying when I was a kid, when you step into a room, in steps the race. So not only am I carrying myself, but I'm also carrying my parents, and I'm also carrying my ancestors. I'm carrying my race into a room. So I can't go into a room looking like a bum. And so I'm always very conscious about what it is that I wear. I don't care if I'm just going to the grocery store. I might not feel like, and don't get me wrong, I don't put on a shirt and tie to go to the grocery store, but I do look presentable. And I think that's very key because what you wear says something about yourself. No, you'll never catch me outside of the house in, ripped up shorts or jogging pants looking bummy. That's just not me. I will always look presentable, but that was the thing that professional development taught us. Your appearance speaks before you do. So when you step into a room for an interview for a job, before you open your mouth, the person sees you. That's important because if they're not impressed by what they see, what you have to say doesn't mean a damn thing. And I'm being real. Is it fair? No, it's not fair, but that's the way the world is. The world ain't fair. So your appearance does matter. For men, one of the things that we were always taught was when you meet someone or you go into a meeting, always be clean shaven. For me, that meant no facial hair. Well, mustache. You could get away with a mustache, but goatee, beard, nope. Can't do it. I've only interviewed once in my life with a beard and a goatee. Every other time I've interviewed for a job or anything like that or had a professional meeting, I've always gone with the clean look. I mean, I'm not cutting my mustache off. It took me forever to grow a mustache. But yeah, just a mustache. That's it. And probably over the last year, I've grown a beard, which is still kind of bugged out for people who know me or grew up with me because I never could grow a beard. But yeah, that's about it. That's the only time I can think of where I've actually gone into an interview with facial hair. But no, that's not something that you do. Your appearance, guys, matters. When you're in a meeting, you don't need the gaudy jewelry. In fact, you really don't need any jewelry. A watch, maybe. Gold chain, nah, don't need it. Ladies, when you're going into a meeting or let's say an interview, perfume, preferably not. You could offend someone else's nose by your fragrance. That's just a simple fact. But that's a part of being a professional. Again, your appearance says a lot. Ladies, the skirt can't be too short. How short is too short? You know what a too short skirt is. But again, ladies, what you wear says something about you. So your appearance, if you want to be perceived as professional, you have to look the part. Cleavage, nah, son. And I understand some of you ladies are more blessed than others. I get it, right? But your appearance says a lot about you. It's about how you handle that cleavage. If you're going into a meeting, nobody's going to take you serious if you got the girls hanging out. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Always keep in mind that your appearance matters, but it must matter to you first. I don't have any earrings. I don't have any piercings anywhere in my body. But I also came up in an era where it wasn't necessarily cool to have earrings and go into an interview. But that was, years and years ago. So when I took this professional development class, this was 20 plus years ago. So times have changed. Can you get by with earrings now in a meeting or in an interview? Sure. They might not say anything. Tattoos, they should not be visible. Period, point blank. If they're on your hand, if they're on your arm, if they're on your face. Well, I don't know how you can hide one on your face. You shouldn't have any tattoos on your face. But I digress. In fact, I'm not even a fan of the tattoos behind the ears. That's whack. But, it's a thing, I guess. Nevertheless, your appearance matters. That's how you be professional. You have to look the part. Nose rings, you probably should take them out if you're going to meet someone on a professional level or for an interview. You just should. Now, once let's say if you're going to interview. If you go and interview and, they like you and they offer you a position, then you can find out what their position is on, body piercings, I guess. But initially, nah, you probably shouldn't do it. Another thing that we learned in the class was the ability to give a firm handshake. For me, this is huge because, for one, handshakes are a transfer of energy. So if I extend my hand out to you, whether it be a business meeting or just a greeting or a interview, I want a firm handshake. If you shake my hand with half of your hand, that's a lack of respect. That's what it is. And I'm amazed at how many times I've shaken people's hands and they've given me the half hand. It's a lack of respect. It's either a lack of respect or a lack of confidence on the other person's part. First and foremost, when I step in any room, I'm extremely confident, no matter what, no matter the situation. And I think you should be too. But one of the ways that you can tell someone's level of professionalism, if they don't greet you with a firm handshake, either one or two things have happened. Either they're insecure or they're intimidated by you. And if you're going in for a business meeting or an interview, that's not a good thing. It's not your problem, but it's not a good thing. But yeah, I hate a soft ass handshake. I really do. So, ladies, this goes for you too. Firm handshakes. Firm handshakes go so far. And people will respect you for it. Where they won't respect you is if you give them some little half-ass handshake. That's not cool. Another thing we learned in the class, which is very instrumental, I think, is giving people space. And what I mean by that is that, particularly when you're in a business meeting or an interview, or just even having conversation with people, there should be at least 6 inches between you and the next person. Maybe more. But you don't want to crowd someone's personal space. Have you ever been, kicking it wherever you work, and someone was standing and they were talking to you and you just felt like they were just too close to you and they were in your space to the point where you had to kind of take a step back? That ain't cool. It's not cool at all. I know from personal experience, when you're meeting with people from other cultures, that could be also a sign of disrespect if you get up on them like that. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. Part of being a professional is you have to make sure that there's space between you and that other person. You and I can carry on a conversation without you being in my personal space. Trust me, there's only a couple of people in this world that I really, really want that close to me. And if you ain't family or friends, you don't need to be up on me. Hell, I mean, some of us don't even want our family or friends that close to us, to be honest. But yeah, make sure that you give people space. And another thing that we learned in the professional development class was body language. Body language goes so far. And not only does it go far in your professional life, but also your personal life as well. For example, I remember being in an interview, and I was interviewing this young lady for a position. And it seemed like the more that I talked, the deeper she sunk into her seat, to the point where her posture just wasn't like, she wasn't even sitting upright for the interview. If you're slumped over in your seat at an interview, I'm guessing that you really don't want the job or you're not interested in what it is that we have to say. So suffice to say, she didn't get the job, but her body language was just awful. No, you talk to people, you look them in the eye, and you keep good posture. You never fold your arms during a conversation, because that means that you're either defensive or you're intimidated or insecure or all of the above. So yeah, body language goes a long way. Looking people in the eye, use your facial expression, raise your eyebrows to show interest. Don't bat your eyes, ladies or guys, but that's part of being professional. Because when you raise your eyebrows, you let people know that, hey, I'm hanging on to every word that you say. And if you're listening, that's important to them. And it shows that it's important to you. So yeah. Again, these are just some of the things that I learned in that class. And that class was so instrumental and it helped me so much in life. Being professional. We all can't be professional athletes. We can't be professional singers or whatever the case may be, but we all can be professional. Because again, it says more about us the more professional that we are. If we have a great appearance, if we give a firm handshake, if we create space in between us and the other person, if we have great body language, people can only assume great things about you. And that might be a little bit more helpful for you securing that business deal or securing that job for that interview that you just nailed. It goes a long way, trust me. And I'm amazed at how much I learned in a class that I really didn't even want to go to. That's going to do it for me. Thanks again for checking out the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm your boy 12 Kyle. We'll catch you guys next time. 5,000.
When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Maybe you recognize this voice. Andy Betterman here of the injury law firm Greenberg & Betterman. For over 35 years, we've been helping people in the DMV with auto accidents and medical malpractice. Get a free consultation by visiting gblawyers.com and feel better.